What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph, growing in zone 6B. If you are here for the first time, welcome for the first time. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, y'all. So I was out here watering the garden, and I figured I would pop on because it is time for a garden tour. There is so much I've been doing. I've been making small videos to update you guys on what's going on in the garden. If you are new here, I am a small space gardener. There are no acres over here, y'all. Not even a half an acre. I don't even think I got a quarter of an acre. But I pack a lot into my space. I want to share it with you guys because the fall garden is on. It's starting to produce. I'm cleaning things up. I didn't clean nothing up for this video because y'all know I don't do hardly any editing. But I'm going to show y'all what I got. I'm really excited about the fall. The last few garden seasons, them animals have been doing a thing. The pests have been doing this thing, but not this year. I'm telling y'all, I got something to show y'all. So let's turn around and get into it. I'm gonna go up on my deck first because this is my container garden. So I grow in containers, I grow in grow bags, I grow in ground, I grow in raised beds. I basically stick plants wherever you can stick a plant. I'll be dropping seeds wherever I see some dirt, y'all. When you got a small space, listen, you got to do what you got to do. So let's get into it. Okay, y'all see this right here? I said I ain't cleaned up nothing, but I'm gonna show you anyway. All of this stuff is starting to die back except for my thyme. I have way more thyme than I need. I'm gonna try to make some thyme tea. I heard it's good for your nerves, and y'all, sometimes these kids over here be getting on my nerves. So that thyme tea, this right here, hopefully, fingers crossed, it will help me with that. These plants are starting to die back. Everything has its own natural progression, the circle of life, plant life. And so I got some dill seed. I always let my dill go to seed because I absolutely love dill. And so when it goes to seed like this, I let the seeds fall and let the dill drop where it may. All of my zinnias, I put those in the compost bin because they will reseed. Sometimes they'll give me some volunteers, and we all love a good volunteer. This is more thyme in this pot. These thyme plants, some of them I've had for a couple years. This is a container variety. The other variety I've had for maybe 3 years. This one I just put in this year. But look how prolific it is. I mean, it really does look nice. My kale that I've had in here all summer long that ain't doing much. It hasn't really grown that much, but it's grown a little. And then if I step on over here real close, y'all will see that I got some green beans in this pot. So if you look at the size of this pot, this is a bush variety green bean. I do have beans here. I do need to do a harvest. I haven't harvested, so I'll do that. Here's the thing about being a small space gardener. A little bit will equal a lot. So I'll plant something, let it grow, and then get a little bit in the bag, get a little bit more until I have a lot. These flowers are not blooming. I've been deadheading these. I love geraniums. They are my favorite. I got some calendula right here. Y'all tell me something. I don't know. Is this how the calendula looks before it opens? This soil is dry. I gotta water that. Is this like done? It needs to be dead. Did I miss the window for those? Y'all let me know how I'm supposed to harvest this calendula. I'm not really sure. This lettuce reseeded itself. That was nice. I didn't actually plant it. These seedlings I actually may separate. I may actually put one right there. And then the pots that are about done, I'll probably go ahead and take those zinnias out. But here's some more geraniums, and then I'll put I put these seedlings in there. Anyway, more geraniums. I love flowers. I'll try to overwinter them. This kale is finally doing something. And all of these lettuce seedlings, they all reseeded themselves. I just left the bolted plant in the pot, and nature knows what it's doing. They know I ain't planting no seedlings. It was like, listen, you need some salad. Let me help you out. So that's what it did there. This plant is about done. This is also a bush bean, but this plant was chewed down by an animal earlier in the season, and I left it to see what it's doing. It's not producing much. I'm probably going to rip that out and put some lettuce. I can put some lettuce in there and let it do its thing. I got a bushel of rosemary here, and some strawberry plants. Right here is some catnip, also supposed to be good for anxiety. And then right here, oh, that smells good. Oh, that smells amazing. I didn't know the cat. Did y'all know catnip smell good like that? Wait a minute. Let's go back to this. Rub it up. Y'all smell it? Smells amazing. Anyway, so this tomato plant is a determinate tomato plant. It's a bush variety. I had this pot, so I just threw it in there. But isn't she pretty? It was a whole lot of green and nothing produced. But here we go. Some late season tomatoes coming in. And so that's one of the reasons why I have flowers on my deck. And so, you know, I'll get some tomatoes in probably, about a month. This is my Chicago Hardy fig. I have been wanting a Chicago Hardy fig for years. I love figs. I love to eat figs. I've tried this bare root thing like 3 or 4 times. It didn't do anything. And so finally, I got it to produce. And here we go. So that one is looking good. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm recording with my phone. I got a phone call and it distracted me. But anyway, this one had a bigger root system, but it didn't do anything. I'm going to leave it to next season and see what it does. And this bare root blueberry didn't do anything. Bare roots are hit or miss for me. So it really just depends. Here is a mulberry bush I need to plant. This is my holy basil. I don't really know what this is. I think that's also a mulberry bush that I need to plant. I'll plant these bushes in the fall. And then this is a yellow raspberry. Even though this is blue, that's not correct. This is actually a yellow raspberry that I propagated from my large raspberry bush. So, we're going to come on down to this next area and I will show you guys what's going on. So you see this is my entrance to my garden. It has some celery right here. And for the record, y'all see these stalks? Look how beautiful and large they are. You gotta appreciate it. I cut this celery way back and it just grew back and it flourished. So, and I just cut this back like a month ago. And look how big it is. I mean, I got an abundance of celery, y'all. All of this is the raspberry bush. I am going to leave it. And of course, I got some coleus that has went to flower. But the bees absolutely love those flowers. So I'm going to leave them so that they can enjoy that. Can we just take some time to appreciate these sunflowers? Look how beautiful they are. Very beautiful. My one sunflower plant has fallen down. I think it got too heavy. I actually tried to, oh no, look y'all, it's broken. I tried to stake it up, but that didn't seem to work. So I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I am going to try to put some tape on it, to be honest. I got some flex tape. I'm going to try that. I tried to give her a little stake with this stick, but it didn't work. Down here, this is all lemongrass. So I have some harvesting to do. And at the bottom, I have some chamomile tucked in right here. And I also have some feverfew, which I've already harvested. So, getting back to this bed. I'm so sad about my sunflower. Getting back to this bed, my peppers are finally wanting to do something. They're kind of small. I actually don't know what variety this is because I just don't remember what I planted. I think this is a sweet pepper though, but they're doing well. I think I was overwatering at one point and they weren't doing well because I was overwatering, and then the weather got all sporadic. So I've been fertilizing once a week. I did tuck in a collard green plant in the back right here, which surprisingly has no holes on it, even though the white butterfly is still here. I have a bell pepper here. I have one on my deck too, but I forgot to show you guys that. And then I have a cluster of peppers that are growing here. I got some peppers here, as you can see. And then over there, tucked away, there is another pepper. And then this is volunteer ground cherries, which, oh, wait a minute. So if you've never seen a ground cherry before, it comes in this husk like a tomatillo. This is what it looks like. And then when you open it up, see if I can do this with one hand because I'm getting ready to eat this. That's what the inside will look like. They will grow in a small pot as well. And so what I find is the larger the area space, the bigger the plant gets, and then it will eventually fall off of the plant. And when it falls off, it will give you a harvest. Oh, very tropical, very delicious. All of these raspberry bushes are dying back. I have a plan for this. I'm gonna redo this whole, because these raspberry bushes are wild. So I'm gonna have to put them somewhere else. I don't have anything growing in these pockets, but I have a plan for these too. So, gonna do that. I have a lot of giant red mustards that reseeded themselves down here. Oh, please don't sting me, Mr. B. And finally, my blueberry bush is growing, but it's not producing any berries. But all of these giant red mustards, y'all see these seed pods? That was all giant red mustards. They broke open some kind of way and they reseeded. They were leaning over this pot like this, and they just reseeded in the pot, which I can't say that I'm mad at. I tucked in a couple tomato plants right here. These plants are very healthy. I wanted to see if they would grow in this clay soil without any amendments. And as you can see, they did. They're not struggling. And these were uprooted. I pulled them out. Turning around here, I got some yellow raspberries coming in. This is a everbearing raspberry variety. So you'll get raspberries in the beginning of the summer. You'll also get some in the end. And then all of my Kentucky Wonder pole beans. Look at all these pods. I am going to have an abundance of green beans real soon. All these little pods. Y'all see them? It's looking good. I'm getting ready to get a ton of beans. Coming across all of these. They growing here. They are loving this. I got to do some detangling up there, but they are all the way across, and I will get some Kentucky Wonder beans there, which is a blessing. I haven't gotten a huge bean harvest, and you know, I'm really grateful for those beans that are coming in. So all of this area These plants are overwhelming for me. All of these strawberry plants are overwhelming. I am going to put a post out. If anybody wants strawberry plants, they can come and get them. Oh my goodness. Can I zoom in on this? Does anybody know what kind of bug that is? Is that a praying mantis? That is really scary for me. I'm not going over there right now. But yeah. Now I really don't want to get these tomato plants up. It's like a wild jungle back here. Oh my goodness. Anywho, if you look way over there, you see the tomato plant. I mean the tomato that's ripened. I gotta actually get these tomatoes off. There's one at the bottom too. If I zoom in, where? I don't think I can see. Can y'all see that? Where's it go? Right there. So I got a couple of them that look really pretty, and that one as well. So there's only two, but they are huge, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab them. And that plant is actually still producing flowers, so even though it looks rough, I'm gonna leave it. And I got these tomatoes here, so got those going on. So I moved my peppers. I'm gonna zoom out, and I put them in grow bags because they were not doing well in the back. Of course, they're getting plenty of sun now. They look green. They look healthy. There's some buds there, so they're coming. I've been getting low pollination with these pepper plants, and they've been falling off. See how this stem is yellow? That may fall off. It may not make it, but we'll see. But this one, I do have one purple bell right here, which is pretty. It's kind of small, but it's pretty. That's the only one I have. Oh, I have a little flower coming in right there too, and a few more right there if this camera can focus. More peppers back here. This pepper plant is not doing amazing, but it is getting ready to produce. So it looks like I'm gonna get a bumper crop of peppers, because even back here, see if I can get in focus on it, I got some flowers there. All of these are peppers, mostly bell, sweet, and even these are starting to green up a little bit, even though they're still yellowish. And all of these little cayenne peppers are finally coming in. I got 3 in this container. They getting there, so those are looking good. And more of these bells back here, flowers coming in, and they are producing. Here is my giant okra plant right here. It's in this container as well, and it's growing. Got some carrots, which I sold in another video, but look at how nice they are growing in this container. I amended that soil, so I wish they would have come up around the parameters here, and it's really not too late for me to drop a couple more seeds there, which I might, just to kind of get like a full container full of carrots. But they are spaced appropriately, and they do look good. So in here, I covered this because with the heat, the white moth is still here, and I didn't cover for a while because I was kind of being lazy, but I needed to cover because I'm tired of picking off these worms. But this is broccoli. It is looking amazing. So I got 2 broccoli plants there in that 10-gallon root pouch. All of these, for the record, this is a 10-gallon root pouch. So I fit 2 peppers there. I got this cabbage, which you can see is heading up. I got another cabbage right there, which is starting to hit. And I got a broccoli plant in here as well, which I know is pushing the limits, but that's okay. So you see this white moth, it will lay some eggs on, and it got in through this netting. So if you have netting like this white moth will get in there. And I'm rattling it so that it can get it the heck out of there. But just so that you all know, it gets in. So I'm gonna have to inspect these plants to make sure that they're not getting eaten by the white moth, because they definitely were. I mean, you can tell by like this plant here that it's been eaten. So if I come under here, I can show you guys. So gotta get that under control. This one, it hasn't touched. It looks good. And I have some more broccoli in the back. And then right there, that's a cabbage. So it'll form up the way that it needs to. And I'm not really sure what this is. I have to wait and see. Either way, it got ate up a little bit. But what I do is I look at the center. As long as the center is good, don't worry about these ate up leaves. That cabbage moth, hopefully it'll be gone in about a month. And then it'll let my plants live. So I got some more green beans over here. These are producing. I need to pick them. They're getting kind of big. So I'll get that harvest there. And then I have, if I come over here, all of these sweet potatoes, all of these tomatoes will get ripped out. It's time. I'll rip all these beds out. It was one of the reasons why I have these other tomatoes growing. I still have these tomatoes here and here. I have another beautiful red sunflower here that's growing. I'm still going to try to fix my other one, but all of this needs to be ripped out. There's some herbs in here too, like some catnip and holy basil that I really need to harvest. But I will harvest that when I get a chance and not right now. I popped in another squash here. So this is a Burgess. Despite the fact that that's a mustard spinach, it's not. It's a Burgess squash. I'm hoping I have enough time for that to grow, because Burgess squash usually take 120 days. But what I'm thinking is, even though it may take 120 days, if it gets going, I can stick it in the greenhouse and maybe it'll grow. I popped in these seeds down here. I thought these seeds, with my finger, I thought these seeds here, there, get out of these bees' way, here, and over there, I thought those seeds were Copenhagen cabbage, but no, it's not. I don't know what that is. But at any rate, I did pop in these broccoli plants, and I popped in a lot of purple sprouting broccoli. This is a leaf miner damage. So if you see that pattern, you'll know that that's leaf miner. All of these flowers are in full bloom. And of course the bees are back here enjoying themselves. Look at that cabbage moth again. All of these tomatoes I'm ripping out as well. I'm waiting on some of them to ripen. Look at Mr. B enjoying himself. Another bee enjoying himself. And so, I'll leave them bees alone. Here is a volunteer tomato. Right here. I don't know if this is a sweet 100 or what. That's what it looked like. But I'm letting it do its thing. And this is my collard green bed, which you guys have seen. So, moving on. I set up this space This is a simple way that you can garden with some cinder blocks and some wood. I didn't pay anything for this wood. I got this wood for free. These cinder blocks cost me like $1. And for like $3, I created this space, and you can grow a ton of food just like this. So in here, these are Dollar Tree stackables, strawberries, all these giant red mustards. These are green bean plants I popped in here. Cilantro, giant red. This is what the giant red looks like when it is full grown. I put some arugula right there, but it did not come up. It might be too hot for that. Giant reds. And over here, I got to get these tomato plants out of here. They are all volunteer tomato plants, which I really don't need in here. I need to take all these out. There's a radish in there, but you can't see it because of the tomato plants. But at any rate, this radish is ready. Let's pull it. I've never been successful growing radishes. Ooh, look how pretty that is. So, like I said, Dollar Tree stackable. I put these radishes in here, and then when they get big, see how there's two growing together? Like this one is larger. I'll pull it out, and even these radishes are starting to form. So that should make for a nice salad today. These are more radishes. This whole container is radishes, except for a few, which is some mustards. These aren't getting a lot of light, so I really need to like rotate this container so they can get more light, but they'll be okay. This is my mustard green plant. This is mustard greens, but this mustard green variety is a wavy mustard, and it's like a lettuce, but it doesn't bolt as quickly as regular lettuce. So that'll be a staple in my garden from now on. That's actually probably what I'll use to make salad today. It is called Bacana mustard. And I planted a lot more of that. This is what it looks like as seedlings. Real small, real small. And it's not fussy either. You can plant this mustard, and even if it's shade, if it's sun, it doesn't matter. It just keeps right on growing. Another thing that's good for these containers is this tatsoi. And the white moth don't really bother it too much. I've never seen any cabbage worms on this tatsoi, and neither have I seen it on that mustard. But at any rate, dragon tongue. This is not giant red mustard. This is actually dragon tongue mustard. I don't know how mild the leaves are, or how soft the leaves are, so I'll have to wait and see. But I planted it in all tiers. If you see this moldy looking stuff, this is actually slug bait, and it got wet and it molded. So, oh well. So in here is my Copenhagen cabbage. That's how I know over there that wasn't Copenhagen, because I have these Copenhagen cabbage, and when these get larger, I'm gonna plant them in the ground. I'm waiting on them to get 3 or 4 leaves. I'm just using this container kind of like a holding spot, because I think I'm gonna do carrots in here. And then my beets have come up. I did throw some carrots in the front and beets in the back. So I might have to thin these. I'll leave it if it's 2 beets. If it's 3 beets, I might pull them out. Y'all let me know if 3 beets will grow together. I think 2 is probably a max. And in here, looked like something been digging in here, which I found interesting. But over here is some more cabbage, and then I don't remember what else I planted in here, but I know some of these are cabbage. more carrots here. And then right over here, I popped in some red acre cabbage. I'll space it out once the leaves get larger. And of course, this purple green bean has been here the entire time. It has. It's been here. And I think there's some green beans over here that I need to harvest. At least I know there's one right here. And this is my winter squash finally coming in. Looks like that got pollinated. This winter squash right here, it didn't get pollinated. It did get stuck between the fence, which I thought was kind of funny. So that one's not going to work out. But, and to be honest, this plant has been kind of slow to produce. That's the only one that I've really seen on this plant that has been producing. So I don't know. I don't see any more. Let me look. Nope, I don't see any more. So I don't know why it only gave me one winter squash, but that's all I got. I hope it gives me another one. I would like to have at least one more. Okay. See, I've been training these beans on this fence, so I normally just take this and without breaking it, and I do have to be like more fragile than I think I have to be, because I'm a little rough-handed and I don't want to break nothing. But this fencing is good for training these beans. I tucked in a couple of tomatoes. This isn't, looks like aroma. This looks like aroma. Yeah, and these are healthy plants. See, these plants weren't diseased like the other ones over there because they weren't near those. And then I have this one too over here, which is not diseased either, and it's producing. So I'm pulling out this, I'm gonna pull out this zucchini plant. This joker is too big and it's in my way, and it's only giving me one zucchini and the rest aren't getting pollinated. And I think because I have one down here, but that didn't get pollinated. You can tell because the stem is turning yellow already. So if these ain't getting pollinated and they falling off, this plant is too big and it's in my way anyway, so I'm gonna take it out. These here are ate up, all the way ate up, and they need some fertilizer. So what I'm gonna do, when this plant looks like this, I go ahead and inspect it, and then I will cut these leaves off, put them in the refrigerator. I'll give this plant some fertilizer, and then I'll let it start over with the new growth. So see down here, this new growth looks good, but these leaves, these older leaves don't look so great. I'll just go ahead and cut those off. So that's gonna do it, y'all. That's what I have growing so far. Another thing that I might add is I might go ahead and put in, I got this variety of cauliflower that's supposed to be 52 days. So I might, covering stuff up while I'm talking, I might go ahead and put in that 52-day variety and see how it does. I'm gonna try to fix my sunflower. Hopefully that works. If not, rest in peace, sunflower. Sad face. But I think it's because I think something jumped on here and broke it though. Because you see this, oh, you can't see that, I got the camera on me. You see this nubble right there? I think maybe a squirrel then jumped on this and broke it, but you can see it's broke right there. So that's it. So that's it, y'all. that's gonna do it. I'm gonna keep cleaning up. I'm gonna keep tearing out, preparing for the fall. It ain't actually too late in Ohio. If you want to get something in, you can still do your leafy greens. You can still do your radish, which I left over there and I need to go get. You can still do some green beans. You can still do 52-day variety cauliflower. Listen, it's your garden. You go ahead and try all of that. That's it, y'all. These garden videos make my mouth dry, especially when it's a tour because you're doing a lot of talking. So, I am excited to see what the fall brings. I am on my way to Walmart to get me some organza or mesh fabric so that I can cover up from this white moth. And guess what? I'm gonna see y'all on the next video. Y'all take care. I'm gonna be out here every chance I get, planting, picking, pruning, harvesting, all of that's going on. All right, y'all take care. I'll see y'all again. Bye for now.